Like, comment, subscribe.
And ring the bell. Well, David's back there making his dinner, and I'm up here manning the cell phone. So,
Camera, damn it.
Camera, cell phone, tomato. Anyway, I thought we both thought we'd share with you our little incident we had happen. It was the 13th. It was the day before Valentine's Day. And it was kind of a traumatic experience for both of us. And I'm sure that other people in the industry have encountered similar things. So I thought I'd share it with you all in case anyone has encountered that or anything of that nature. So it was about almost 5 in the morning on the 13th of February. We were on the I-75 and going north in Kentucky, going through Mount Vernon. And we're driving. I had just made breakfast or dinner, one of the two for us, and we were eating. And we were coming, north on the 75. And the only way to explain it is just simply what we've seen. First thing, it was raining. Let me set the stage here. It was raining. It was cold. What? It was raining and not too hard. It had been sporadic throughout the night. So
Making taco shells with cheese.
Yeah, he's making taco shells with cheese. So we're driving north on the I-75, and first we see a bunch of debris in the slow lane. We're all the way on the right side in the slow lane, and we see debris. We're going uphill. We're doing, what were you saying, about 48?
I think it was like 45, something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty slow. We're going uphill, so we could see everything we passed by pretty simple. It was easy to see. So we're going up the hill, and we see debris in the lane. It was really hard to tell what the debris was. It looked like pieces of wood, maybe something white. So we go on, and like within a few feet of that, we both at the same time seen a body on the side of the highway, and both of us at the same time, oh my God. And I said it several times, and then David finally said, call 911. And parked about 100 yards in front of that was another semi-truck, and it was a tractor trailer. I did the research. I kept trying to find out as much as I could about the incident. I'm like that. I want to know more about it. So I come to find out that it was a pedestrian on the I-75. Nobody knows why. Truck driver hit the pedestrian. Pedestrian died at the scene. And come to find out, the truck driver was not charged. Pedestrian was a 33-year-old man. And I don't know what he was doing on the side of the freeway. But once you see something like that, and I still have the vision in my head, I can see it all. I see his body, I see his face, I see how his body was.
Yeah, we went back and looked at our dash cam footage to just confirm some things that we thought, the debris and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty creepy. I'm not going to show the dash cam footage.
No.
Just out of respect for his family and everything.
Yeah, and for him, and it's... Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want somebody to see my family that way. So, that's basically what happened that night. And it's affected us to the point where whenever we're driving now on the highway... I want to drive at night with my lights turned off. Well, you almost have to, because... What, drive with your lights turned off? No, the whole idea that anything that we see in the road, right, we both kind of get this sick feeling in the pit of our stomach. Yeah, whenever we come across, there's been trash bags, and we're like, no. So it's kind of a scary thing. I don't know if anybody else has ever encountered something similar. I know just recently I read, I think yesterday, that a driver had hit a 72 or 73-year-old man changing a tire. And he had crossed that white line, and he actually hit and ran. Luckily, the police picked him up 15 miles away, but he didn't stop. And You know, we didn't stop because there was already somebody stopped there. I had called 911. It sounded like they'd already known about it and they were getting somebody out.
If no one was there, we would have stopped, but we would have probably ended up about half mile away from the scene before we could have got pulled over and stopped safely.
And put ourselves in danger too.
Just because of when we seen, I was already merging out of lanes because I seen the truck up with his flashers on. I was already merging over. So by the time we seen everything, it's like by the time we get over and everything, we were way up there. So we made sure, we called and made sure that ambulance was rolling and that they knew about it, which they did. Obviously the guy who hit him had already called. So we decided not to stop. I mean, we would have really had to walked far in the rain or backed up on the freeway, which I'm not going to do.
No.
So
there was light traffic, but still, it was more dangerous for us to actually stop. But yeah, when you see something like that, it really throws a wrench in everything, because now I get paranoid. I saw something, it was like a bunch of carpet in the middle of the night on the side, and I got a sinking, awful feeling. So yeah, that's something to think about. And me being the researcher and fact finder, I did find out a lot more about this person. I won't go into detail, but if only I knew why this person was walking on the side of the highway, or why anybody does, actually. But I did find out that somebody in a convenience store in that area said they seen a tall man come in about 4 in the morning, stating that his car had broke down and he wanted to know if there was a cab service in town. And they think this could possibly have been the man, the pedestrian on the freeway, which, you know, when we went by, we didn't see any cars off to the side. We didn't see...
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we looked at the dash cam to see if there was any cars or anything.
Yeah, and there wasn't any cars, and so I don't know if he had just walked back on to try to find a ride, or if his car was maybe on the other side of the freeway and he ran across the freeway. You always hear stories about pedestrians running across the freeways. So, but, you know, when I seen him, all he had was one of those wife beater t-shirts on and some slacks and his shoes. So he didn't have a jacket, and it was cold and it was raining, so I don't know what happened. So anyway, that's the story. That's what happened to David and I on the 13th. So it was pretty a traumatic experience. It was something, you know, you don't see every day. So.
Yeah, you don't want to see that every day.
No.
You don't want to ever see that.
No, you don't. David and I lived up in a rural area once, and a guy across the street from us actually committed suicide. He shot himself with a shotgun. And I walked over, you know, see what was going on, and kind of saw part of his body in the grass. So he went outside to the front yard. But that's the only time, other than that night. Boy, when you see it in the headlights, it's pretty bizarre. Anyway, that's it. I will let you go. David's going to finish his taco shells. Say goodbye, David.
Bye, David.
Well, we'll catch y'all later.